Good morning, guys. How's it going? Thank you for tuning in to another video. My name is Rush, and this morning I got a call back from the Ford dealership. I'm going to go ahead and head over to the rental car spot right now because I'm switching out the Escape for something a little better. Jenna, say hi.
Hi.
I took my little sister with me. I figured today we'll do a little family trip, so we're getting a little larger of a car. Also, this Escape is just not that much fun to drive. So I'm gonna go ahead and swap it out for an Expedition. And let me just head over and grab that car, and we'll talk about what the dealer has told me so far. You like this car?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I guess it's okay.
It's like a little go car. Okay, I'll get you one.
Huh. In like 10 million years.
10 million years? You don't believe in me?
No, I do.
Okay, let's go. Also supposed to park. Alrighty, guys, so here we are. We have gotten the rental. It is a Ford Expedition. Let me drive out of here because there's a ton of traffic around and people and everything, and we'll show you guys the car that we picked up. Here we go. Ready?
Yeah. Better car.
So a lot of you guys tuned into this video to hear what Ford has said about my 2019 Mustang GT and that rattling noise that it has. Well, here we go. This morning the dealership gave me a call at about 11:30, 12 o'clock, and they let me know that their technician has looked at the car and they have in fact detected that something is wrong with the vehicle. So the rattling noise is definitely abnormal. It is not a normal noise that should be there, and they're doing their investigation, trying to see what it is, but unfortunately they haven't had enough time to really kind of detect exactly where the problem is. There's two possibilities that they're telling me. One is that it could be the intake, and two is that it could be the head. So they're gonna dive into it a little more. You know, my what's it called, service advisor is a really cool dude, and he told me, you know, that things arise, stuff like that. Sometimes when the car is cold, the pistons may kind of vibrate in the cylinder, and that may be the noise that we're hearing. But they don't think it's the engine tick that everyone's talking about. So that's kind of the little update on the Mustang. Don't know what else is gonna kind of come out of it, but they're gonna give me a call back on Monday and tell me exactly what's going on, because they're planning to dive into it a little more later today, and today is Saturday. So, you know, that's kind of the update on it. So I did end up swapping out the rental I had, the Escape, for the Expedition. This is such a good truck, guys. I've been driving it for the past maybe 15-20 minutes. Super comfortable. It's got the 10-speed. You know, it's fully loaded too, apart from like a sunroof, but it's really nice truck. So I might make a video about it tomorrow. I am planning to take my family out and you know, do a little road trip in it, give it a test. But so far so good. It has a really good sound system. It's fully loaded. I'm digging it. Anyways, yesterday on Instagram I posted a Q&A, you know, video kind of recommendations. People would ask questions, and I figured today, since we don't have the Mustang, we'll answer some of the questions that I got from you guys yesterday. So if you want to ask me questions, go ahead and head over to my Instagram at RushShift and type your questions in. So let's go ahead and get started with the first question of the day. What do you think about the EcoBoost Mustang? Alright, guys, so this one, I'm not trying to hurt anybody's feelings or whatever, but for me personally, when I hear of a Mustang or think of a Mustang, I think of a V8, you know. And you know, the EcoBoost I think is a good starting point if you're just trying to get into the world of Mustangs, can't afford the V8 and you kind of just want to build up to it. Younger guy, it could be a very good choice. I did actually rent out a EcoBoost prior, and I've driven it. It just doesn't give me the same satisfaction a V8 would, but that's understandable given that it's a turbocharged engine rather than the you know, the V8. So that's just kind of my little gripe with the EcoBoost. It just does not feel like a true Mustang. The characteristics of the car are very different, but I know you can like modify them, you can make a lot of power with them, so it just really depends on what you can afford. But always go for something that you're comfortable with, and something that, you know, you're gonna enjoy every day. And if that's the EcoBoost, then that's the EcoBoost, and you get to live with that. So those were my thoughts on the EcoBoost. Now What's the craziest thing that you plan on doing to your Mustang? I don't want to spoil the surprise, guys, but there is a lot of stuff that was planned for that car. At the moment, we have the plans on hold until we hear what's going on with the engine. But trust me, it's going to be a sick build. There's a lot of stuff that's going to go into it. It's just a matter of time, you're getting it all sorted out and figured out. So stay tuned. I know that doesn't answer your question fully, but we're going to boost the car. That's all I'm going to kind of give you right now. Okay, let's see here. If someone would like a muscle car, which car would you recommend? The Challenger or the Mustang? Okay, now this question I get about 1,000,000 times a day. There's so many people that are curious between the two cars. And as much as I would love to give you like a direct answer of just like pick a Mustang or pick a Challenger, it's really not that easy, and the reason being is they're different cars, right? Their mannerism on the street is different, the power level is different, the power delivery, you know, is different between the two cars. You know, every time I jump out of the Mustang and jump into the Challenger, it's a switch up. Obviously, the Challenger is a bigger car, it's more practical, it's got more space. I would say it's you know, more reliable, or for me, that's kind of been the case of what I've seen. You know, because the car has been out for a while, and kind of all the kinks and stuff like that have been worked out. The Mustang, on the other hand, there's a ton of aftermarket support. There's a lot you can do to it. You can mod it, you can really personalize it and make it your own. So if you're looking for a car that you want to modify and kind of personalize to your own liking, I would say go with the Mustang. If you are looking for a car that's like out of the box, a very well-rounded package, you're not gonna really have much trouble with it, but you are kind of limited with aftermarket support, then go with the Challenger. So those are kind of the two. You know, for me personally, I couldn't really decide because it's such a hard choice, so I just got both. But if I was on any given day, it just depends what I'm doing. If I'm cruising PCH and I just want a car that turns heads and sounds mean and is really comfortable, I'll probably jump in the Challenger. If I'm hitting the canyons, something more driver focused, you know, smacking gear, stuff like that, definitely take the manual Mustang. It's just going to be a more fun time. So those are kind of my response to that question. So try out both cars, see which one, and what you're buying the car for is really important. So if you're going to daily the car, I'd say go with Challenger. Let's see. Who taught you how to drive stick? All right, so this one actually is, you know, my buddy that I grew up with ended up buying a Volkswagen GTI back in high school. It was manual, he was building it up. It was like a stage 2 plus, it was making a lot of power, stuff like that. And we used to go out and film videos together. I was trying to start a YouTube channel back then when I was really young, but it didn't really work out. But yeah, he was the first person that taught me how to drive stick. I loved it so much that I think it was a couple months later, a year or two later, something like that. As I got a little older, I was at work one day and I'm like, I really want a stick car. So I ended up going on Craigslist, finding like a beater. It was a Honda Accord coupe with the, you know, the V6 VTEC motor in it with a 6-speed manual. And I just bought it. Didn't know how to drive it. I stalled it probably 10 times on the way home. But it was the point where I really kind of got into driving manual and I enjoyed it so much that ever since I've wanted another manual car, and then the Mustang came around. So I had that car for about a year. I really kind of learned a lot with how to drive manual, everything like that on that Honda Accord, and I still miss it to this day. It was a fun car, especially for a beater. It was really good. Next question, what did you do for a living before YouTube? This one I've answered in previous videos, but I constantly get this question. People want to know what I did for a living. I've always been in marketing. I'm a business marketing student, so that's kind of the field I've been in. I've been in the dental field as you know, marketing manager for dental practice. I've moved into real estate, and then my last job was with an automotive company. So I've done marketing pretty much the whole time, and that's why I have a YouTube channel, because a lot of it has to do with marketing. Any advice for a new YouTuber? Okay, so if you're a new YouTuber, this is what I would tell you. It's gonna be a grind, but put in the hours, put in the effort, make sure you focus on good content. Content is key, and then focus on your production quality and consistency. So those 3 things I would say would be the key to success. It might take you a while. I didn't see any money from YouTube for about a year. So you gotta invest in the channel. Don't try to take money out of it right off the bat. It's not the way it works. You gotta put in the time, you gotta put in the effort, you gotta put in the money, and you gotta sacrifice. But once it starts rolling, it's a very rewarding feeling. You build up a fan base, and you know, you start to earn money from it, and you get to do something that you love, and that's a very you know, it gives you a very accomplished feeling. So it's awesome. So go after it. If you really want it, you'll get it. Let's see. Oh my god. Are you planning for a Hellcat? Hellcat right now is not in the picture just because I have the SRT and then I have the Mustang GT, so I feel like the Hellcat would be a little out of the realm of possibilities at the moment. Are you gonna black out the GT deck lid emblem? This one's from Ryan. Hey Ryan, what's up, man? How's it going? So yes, I am blacking everything. I actually ordered the badges and stuff like that for the sides. They're at the house, but I'm probably gonna black out the back and the front pony as well. So those will be as soon as I get the car back. So don't worry, we're gonna black it out. I know a lot of you guys want to do that murdered look, so we're going for that. So when are we gonna link up? This one's Alex SVT. I'm pretty sure you guys know this guy. As soon as you get your ass down here to Orange County, man, I'm down to link up. Let's do it. Let's have a run and see how it goes. So yeah, guys, that is pretty much gonna conclude it for today's video. I don't want to drag it out too long, but I just figured I'd answer some of your questions. I thank you guys for showing support and coming in day out. You know, as for the Mustang issue, I know a lot of you guys were like, oh, they're gonna tell you it's normal. No, I know my cars, guys, and that was not a normal noise, especially so early on. So that is pretty much gonna be it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to leave a like on it. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. My name is Rush. I'm in the expedition today, and we will catch you guys tomorrow. Peace.